Yeah, today Rupert chose to fix some chicken and some ribs. The chicken has got a lot of skin left on it and a lot of fat. I try to trim it as best I can to make the skin fit just the top of the chicken. I want to leave the bottom open. Um, if I was competing, I'd block this chicken where they all look the same, but it doesn't matter. We're going to have it for supper, so I just want it to be neat and clean and get as much of the fat from under the skin as I can. I didn't scrape it, but I pulled some out. And you put a little butter, a little oil on it as it's cooking, and then the skin will be crispy. Then you can put the rub under the skin, and it gets down in the chicken better. With the skin on there, the rub doesn't really reach the chicken, but boy, it turns out so good. Then the ribs, when you take it out of the package, don't cut the end off the package. That way you can drain the meat back in there, fold it up, and put it in the trash, and it doesn't make a mess. I always buy spare ribs and then cut them to St. Louis. That big bone at the top and all that at the top, it's really not worth eating. You can cut it up and put it in beans or whatever, but I always go to the fourth rib. It's the longest rib generally, and then I cut the ribs straight across, block them, and make them really clean. You can also use that big piece at the top. You can cut the meat off of it and make sausage out of it if you're a sausage maker, but I generally just chunk it up and call them riblets and use it throughout the week for snacks. I always cut this flap of meat off at the bottom. That way all the ribs get done evenly. They're all the same temperature and texture. And then pull the silver skin off the back, and it allows the rub to get all the way through the meat on both sides. If you're going to do it on the grill, pretty hot, you can leave the skin on, it'll burn up. But in the smoker, I like to take the skin off. I use a little mustard for a binder for the seasoning so it doesn't come off during the cook. Just a thin layer, be it is enough. Put it all the way around and on all the ends and on the sides. And make sure you get your rub on both sides and on the ends and the sides. The chicken's about 30 minutes ahead of the ribs. This is about 30 to 40 minutes. I just wanted to take a quick look at it before I spritzed it.